He was an Australian Labor Party member of the Victorian Legislative Assembly from 1910 to 1949, representing the electorate of Brunswick. Jewell Railway Station on the Upfield Railway Line was renamed in his honour. Jewell was born in Smithfield West, South Australia, the child of a miner father and schoolteacher mother. He was employed by a butcher from 1885 to 1888, was briefly a gold miner at Whittlesea, and then worked for the New Northcote Brick Company to 1891. He worked for a butchering firm from 1891 to 1894, as a steam engine driver for L. Cowsell from 1894 to 1895, spent 2 months working for a Bendigo small goodsman, and then worked as an agent for W. He later opened a butcher's shop in Brunswick, expanding to 3, but reducing to 1 after the Great Depression. He was elected to the City of Brunswick Council in 1905, serving until 1914, and was mayor from 1908 to 1909. Jewell was elected to the Legislative Assembly at a 1910 by-election following the resignation of Frank Anstey to enter federal politics. He soundly defeated incumbent mayor and former MLA Frederick Hickford, who had stood for the conservative ministerialists. In a 1914 speech reflecting on his early years, he spoke of his advocacy for reforming the state's treatment of neglected children, opposed the creation of the Country Roads Board, and mentioned that he had taken an active part in the opening of a technical school at Brunswick. He appeared for the tramway workers in the industrial courts during the 1923 Melbourne tram strike. He was appointed party whip in 1924, and held that role both in government and in opposition until his death. Jewell was never seriously challenged for re-election throughout his 39-year career in the Assembly, although he was opposed a number of times. In 1946, he was presented with an inscribed whip as tribute for his service at a ceremony attended by members of all parties, but was too ill to attend. The Argus referred to attendees as referring to Jewell as the man who has never been heard to say a hard word about anyone and the most popular man in the House. Jewell died in office on May 14, 1949, after having reportedly been in indifferent health for several years. On February 1, 1954, the former South Brunswick Railway Station was renamed Jewell Railway Station in his honor.